the Fourier series, Fourier cosine series, Fourier sine series, as well as half range sine and cosine series. Now, next go to the next topic, which is complex form of Fourier series. So how we can take it in a general way, the complex form of the Fourier series. So it is just simple. So we can write the given Fourier series of any function can be taken into the complex form for all values of x, not only on real values. So we can extend this into the all complex values also. So we know the Fourier series of a function in an interval of length, general interval length 2l is given by the Fourier series. Let the Fourier series of fx is equal to a0 by 2 plus sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity an cos n pi x by l, right, plus bn sin n pi x by l, right?
Yes, sir.
Say equation 1, where you know very well that a0, the coefficients a0, an and bn, where given that a0 is equal to 1 by l integral. So that will be minus l to l from, yeah, that we can write it. I think here it is not necessary. So let us consider from minus l to l interval. So it will be minus 1 by l integral minus l to l fx dx. An is equal to 1 by l integral minus l to l fx into cos n pi x by l dx, and bn is equal to 1 by l into integral minus l to l fx into sin n pi x by l. This is very well everyone known here. Everyone known here, right? So now coming into the extension of these all the values we see in an, bn, all of them will be real values. So let us write the cosine function from De Morgan's law that you know very well. E power ix is equal to, what is e power ix? Cos x plus I into
Sin x.
sin x. So therefore, we know cos x is equal to what? Right?
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Sin x is equal to by 2a, right?
Right.
So therefore, we will substitute where this cos n pi x by l in terms of the exponential, this means e power iota form, right? So therefore, now from 1, if you write it, this part cos n pi x by l can write it as e power I n pi x by l plus e power minus I n pi x by l, right? Whole divided by 2, right? And as well, sin n pi x by l can write it as 1 by 2 into e power I n pi x by l minus e power minus I n pi x by l, right? If you write it that, so we can simplify the equation now from 1, substituting using these above, right? Using the above, from 1 we get fx is equal to c naught plus sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity cn e power I n pi x by L plus c minus n e power minus I n pi x by L. Where Cn is equal to 1 by 2 an minus I into bn, and c minus n is equal to 1 by 2 an plus I into bn, right? Are you getting how it will be drawn? C naught is equal to a by 2, a naught by 2. These are the description we can, once we rewrite this cos n pi x by L as e power I n pi x by L plus e power minus I n pi x by L divided by 2, right? We will take it the constants of cos n pi x by L, e power I n pi x by L, that coefficients which will be 1 by 2 into a n minus I b n. Similarly, e power minus I n pi x by L, c minus n, right? Where clearly Cn and c minus n are, right, complex conjugates, right? They are complex conjugates. So we can write it the above equation for all n as sigma n is equal to minus infinity to infinity, where n is equal to either plus or minus whatever it is. Okay, we can clubbing for all values of n this expression, say 2. The 2 we can write it for all n, right? Cn into e power I n pi x by L, I n pi x by L, right? Where n is equal to 0 comma plus or minus 1 comma plus or minus 2 comma so on, all positive negative values, right? And Cn is equal to 1 by 2L integral minus L to L fx into e power minus I n pi x by L dx. N is equal to here 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 so on. Okay. So all the coefficients which will be into the form Cn, they are 1 by 2L integral minus L to L fx into e power I n pi. This we can draw from this expression 1 by 2 into an minus I into bn. Okay. E power minus I form we can write it very easily. That is simple expression. This one is called 3. 3 is called the complex form of Fourier series. Very important. Okay. And here one must be understand very clearly, important, the complex form of Fourier series. Fourier series is converges to fx, converges to fx at a point of contact, converge at a point of continuity. and converges to the average of f of x plus f of x minus at a point of discontinuity. Okay, this is complex form of the Fourier series is fx is equal sigma n is equal to minus infinity to infinity cn into e power I n pi x by l. Cn into e power I n pi x by l. Okay, this is called the complex form of the Fourier, where Cn is equal to 1 by 2l integral minus L to L fx into e power I n pi x by L into dx. Okay, because it contains all the complex values, complex numbers, so that it is called the complex form of the Fourier series. Right. Okay, any doubt in this? We just write it, this cos n pi x by L in terms of the e power ix form. E power ix plus e power minus ix by 2, and simplify that one, make it coefficients taken into common, it will give you this one 1 by 2 into an minus I bn, that we can define as cn, as well as c minus 7 as 1 by 2 into an plus I bn, and c naught is a naught by 2, where cn and c minus n are complex conjugates. So therefore this expression 2 can be written for all values of n. Fx is equal sigma n is equal to minus infinity to infinity cn e power I n by x by l. This is called the complex form of the Fourier series, and the complex form is converges to fx at a point of contact and converges to average of LHL and RHL at a point of discontinuity. Okay, right. Now there will be the problems, we will do the problems later. Okay, first let's see the concepts. Now, yeah, here one clearly to understand, where representing any function into the Fourier series, what are the requirements? In all cases, can we express the functions into the Fourier series?
No, sir.
Now, what are the cases we have?
Should be periodic.
Yeah, they must satisfy the Dirichlet conditions, right?
Yes, sir.
What are the Dirichlet conditions?
Firstly, it should be a periodic function.
Yeah. Finite, single valued, right?
Yes, sir. Finite, single valued, or this
The function has finite number of discontinuities.
Yes, sir. Within a period.
Interval.
Within a period, right?
Yeah, maxima, minima. It must have the maxima and minima, right? According to these points, on satisfaction of these points, so we can express or expand any function into the Fourier series, infinite series of sine and cosine terms, right? Sometimes the function may not be periodic. How that can be represented? So the functions which are not periodic but may be single valued, they may be defined on the real line, as well as they have finite number of discontinuities and maxima minima also, but the functions cannot be possible to expand into the Fourier series representation. So in such cases, those the functions which are not periodic, they can also be approximated or represented, but not in the series form. They are in the integral form. They are called Fourier integrals. Fourier integrals. Fourier integrals. Okay. a function, if f is a periodic function, then it can be represented by Fourier series. If f is not a periodic function, then it cannot be represented by Fourier series, but they can represent into the Fourier integral form over the entire real line, okay. So that we have to be understood here. So there are some conditions. So the functions, the following properties should be taken. F of x must have the following properties. Let f of x have the following properties. Number one, f of x is piecewise continuous on every interval from minus L to L, let us say. Okay. Number two, f of x is absolutely integrable on the x-axis or over the x-axis. That is integral minus infinity to infinity modulus fx dx exists or converges. Okay. Absolutely integrable means this must be exist. Okay. At every x on the real line, f of x has left and right hand derivatives. Okay. So if any function is satisfying these three conditions, then the function can be represented into the integral form. Their periodic is not necessary. So the function is not periodic, they cannot be possible to express into the series form. So they can express into the integral form. Okay, where we can easily to prove this one from the Fourier series. So where Fourier series is fx is equal to a0 by 2 plus sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity an cos n pi x by L plus bn sin n pi x by L, right? Where an, a0, bn, all of them are the integrals. We can substitute them directly in the series, directly from the series, and assume some simplifications where taking L tends to infinity, because this is being considered over the real line, that L is from minus infinity to plus infinity, right? So therefore, by considering L is equal to infinity, it becomes that interval as from minus infinity to plus infinity, and taking the value as tends to infinity. So when L tends to infinity, it takes all the points. So if that points where that the integral minus infinity to infinity fx dx converges, this sum of the Fourier series where we have the sum n is equal to 1 to infinity an cos n pi x by L, where an is in integral form, that also from 1 by L into integral minus infinity to infinity fx into cos n pi x by L, right? All this sum sum of all the terms, that sum become as the Riemann integral. That will be a Riemann sum. Okay, that Riemann sum, it will be become Riemann integral. That Riemann integral, which will be very easily we can represent it as fx is equal to please understand 1 by pi. So after simplifying that, I am writing 1 by 5 integral 0 to infinity a omega cos omega x plus b omega sin omega x into d omega where it is just omega become the value which will be n pi by L. Okay, that to become into the omega form. That's all, nothing else it is. That is a constant. Okay, 1 by pi integral 0 to infinity a omega into cos omega x plus b omega into sin omega x, where this is a equation 1, where a omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity ft into cos omega t dt, and b omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity ft into sin omega t dt, right? This equation 1 is called Fourier integral of fx. Fourier integral of fx on the real line. Real line, it is from minus infinity to infinity, so therefore there is no need to represent the interval. Leave it. Okay. So therefore, hence the Fourier integral representation of any function, those which is piecewise continuous in an interval, fx is absolutely integrable on the x-axis, and it has left and right derivatives at every point of x on the real line. In such situation, that function fx can be represented into the integral form. That integral form as 1 by pi integral 0 to infinity a omega cos omega x plus b omega sin omega x d omega, where a omega is integral minus infinity to infinity ft cos omega t dt, b omega is integral minus infinity to infinity ft sin omega t dt. Okay, so we can also write the another form of the integral representation of Fourier integral representation of fx by putting a omega b omega directly in this equation 1. If we put a omega b omega in this equation 1 and simplify that resulting u or fx is equal to, we can write it into the another form. This is called the Fourier integral of fx or Fourier integral representation of fx. That just we are simplifying, we are concluding where that fx by putting a omega b omega in place of a omega, if we put integral minus infinity to infinity ft cos omega t dt, right? What will be happen? And b omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity ft sin omega t dt. It will giving you the double integral, right? Hello?
Sir.
Yes.
Dear students, following?
Yes, sir.
So it will become a double integral, right? Integral 0 to infinity, integral minus infinity to infinity ft cos omega x plus ft sin omega x. ft take common, right? Cos omega x. sin omega t sin omega x. What will become? It's become cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. What is cos A cos B plus sin A sin B?
Cos A minus B.
Cos of A minus B, right? So that we can write it as cos of omega t minus omega x, right? Omega also take common, omega t minus x. Be very clear, into dt d omega. This will be a double integral. This is also the another form of the complex Fourier integral representation. This is another form. Fourier integral representation of fx. Okay, right? These are very, very important. So therefore you can use it either this or that. So you can use separately. You want to find out a omega b omega, we use this one, or if you write closed form, this you can write it. Right? Okay. A omega b omega. Right? This is Fourier integral representation. This Fourier integral representation also converges to fx. The property which will be Fourier integral. Fourier integral of fx is converges to fx at a point of continuity. And converges to the average f of x plus f of x minus at a point of, this is very, very important, discontinuity. Okay, so like that we can do the Fourier integral. So for finding the Fourier integral, we will use either this form or this form, usually first one, where we can find it separately a omega and b omega from the given function, and we can put it over there, and it resulting you the integral representation of the Fourier series, integral representation of the given function fx. Okay, that we will do the problems later. And so where we can write it here clearly, the Fourier integral representation as the taking the another form. Here fx is equal to 1 by pi into integral 0 to infinity integral minus infinity ft into cos omega into t minus x dt d omega dt d omega. This is drawn from the above. This is the basic integral representation, 1 by pi into integral 0 to infinity a omega cos omega x plus b omega sin omega x, where a omega b omega are given in also in the integral form. Where clearly observe where a omega is integrable over the real line from minus infinity to infinity of function ft into cos omega t, right? Where cos omega t is always even function. So this nature will be depends on the function, given function ft, right? right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if
Yes, sir.
ft is even function, if ft is even function, what will be happen? If ft is even function, this ft into cos omega t is even. This
2 into 0 to
omega will
infinity.
come 2 times integral 0 to infinity ft cos omega t dt, right?
Yes, sir.
What about b omega?
It will become 0.
0. In such case, this Fourier integral representation involve only cosine terms, right? Not sine terms for even function, right? It is called the Fourier cosine integral. Fourier cosine integral. Just we are writing it here. Fourier cosine integral. Or sine integrals. Fourier sine or cosine integral. Fourier cosine or sine integral. Sine integrals. So here we can write it. Fourier cosine and sine integrals. Integral representations. Integral representation of a function fx is defined on the real half line zero to infinity. 0 to infinity. We assume that the given function fx is defined for x greater than or equal to 0, and that is absolutely integrable. That's all, nothing is there here. Integral 0 to infinity modulus fx dx converges. Okay, so the Fourier cosine integral is defined by Fourier cosine integral of fx in the interval is given by fx is equal to 1 by pi integral 0 to infinity a omega cos omega x d omega, right? Right? Where
Yes,
a
sir.
omega is equal to 2 times integral 0 to infinity ft into cos omega
Cos
t dt.
omega t dt.
Okay, when is derived f given function ft is ft or fx is even. Okay, ft or fx is even. In the given function fx is even, right? So this is the Fourier cosine integral where a omega is equal to this. So we can rewrite in the another form, that as we can use it also at any required form, that is you can put it a omega is equal to 2 times this one, it will give you 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity ft cos omega t, right, into cos omega x
Omega.
t omega dt t omega, right? This is also you can use it wherever it is needed. The Fourier cosine transform. Actually, people usually generally uses this form. Fourier cosine integral is this form. Right? When f is an even, the given function is an even, then Fourier cosine integral can be represented. That representation it will be given by this equation. Similarly, Fourier sine integral. Fourier sine integral of fx in integral 0 comma infinity is given by fx is equal to, tell me, 1 by pi integral 0 to infinity b omega sine omega x t omega, right? Where b omega is equal to 2 times integral 0 to infinity ft cos omega t dt, right? This will be possible if fx is odd function, right? Hello? Yes? Or
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
or we can write it fst Fourier fsi Fourier sine integral, Fourier cosine integral is also taken into the form as 1 by pi integral 1 by pi 2 by pi, right? 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity. That b omega you can substitute directly here. That 2 has taken outside. Like that also you can write it integral 0 to infinity ft. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is the error here? I
Sir.
have written something.
Sine omega.
Yeah. B
Sir,
omega
sine omega
is
t dt.
ft into sine omega t
It will.
dt, right?
It will be
Right.
a omega. So means
Yeah.
in that
B
cos
omega
omega.
is 2 times integral 0 to infinity ft into sine omega t dt. That you just write it here. This dt you can close this one, sine omega x into d omega, right? You just put it this same one integral substituting here, or we can simplify as like this double integral 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity ft into sine omega t sine omega x into dt d omega, right? These are the Fourier sine and cosine integral representations. Right? Okay. Any doubt in this? What is the Fourier sine integral? Suppose if anybody asks you to that the Fourier sine integral, what will be the Fourier sine integral? You just remember 1 by pi integral 0 to infinity b omega sine omega x d omega. B omega will be 2 times integral 0 to infinity ft into sine omega t dt. This one must be known this. Okay, remember for the sine integral. And cosine integral 1 by pi integral 0 to infinity a omega cos omega x d omega, where a omega is 2 times integral 0 to infinity ft cos omega t dt. These Fourier cosine integral and Fourier sine integral were defined for the function. If f is an even function, then Fourier cosine integral will be exist. For odd functions, the Fourier sine integral will be exist. Okay, these are all just one of the special cases of the Fourier integrals. That Fourier integral is defined by fx is equal to 1 by pi integral 0 to infinity a omega cos omega x plus b omega sine omega x d omega, where a omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity ft cos omega t dt. B omega is integral minus infinity to infinity ft sine omega t dt. Right? Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Now let's go to the complex form of the Fourier integral. Complex form of the Fourier integral. Now let's see. So we know that the Fourier integral of fx. What is the Fourier integral of fx? Tell me, what is Fourier integral of fx? Fx is equal to 1 by pi, right?
1 by pi 0 to infinity a omega a omega cos omega x plus b omega sine omega x d omega.
Right, very good. Or I have given where there you know all the a omega and b omega, right?
Yes, sir.
1 by pi integral 0 to infinity a omega cos omega x plus b omega sine omega x, where a omega is equal to this much and b omega is equal to this much. If you added them here, so we have placed into the new derived form, that is another form of the Fourier integral. We put it both of them into the a omega and b omega. We substitute and simplified, so which we will get it that second equation, right? That second equation, that second form I am taking it here, 1 by pi integral 0 to infinity integral minus infinity to infinity ft cos omega into t minus x dt d omega, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can see it here, where the integrand are having two functions. One is t function as well as omega functions. That the integration is also integrating with respect to omega and t, right? Omega and t, right?
Yes, sir.
So while looking that integrand with respect to omega, this integrand is even function of omega, right? Even function with respect to omega, right?
Yes, sir.
There is one integration with respect to omega. If cos function is, that integrand is an even function, you know, integral minus infinity to infinity fx dx. For even function, it will be 2 times integral 0 to infinity fx dx, right? For even fx, right? Or integral 0 to infinity fx dx is equal to 1 by 2 integral minus infinity to infinity fx dx. Therefore, the second equation, the first equation, we can write it as also in the form fx is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity, integral minus infinity to infinity ft into cos omega into t minus x dt d omega, right? Can we write like this?
Yes, sir.
Say equation 2. Don't confuse, please. Fx is equal to this much. This integrand is an even function with respect to omega, because omega is also one parameter, that one variable that also integrating, right? So therefore, this we can rewrite into both integral minus infinity to infinity, integral minus infinity to infinity. Now we can add a term. Also, we know that or we maybe write it. So I am not writing here LHS. You only to be say that the value integral 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity, integral minus infinity to infinity ft into sin omega into t minus x dt d omega. Can anybody say this value? Sin omega into t minus x dt d omega value. Right? Hello. What is this integral value, please? This integral
Yes,
value, please.
Zero.
This integral value is 0. Why? Because sin omega is an odd function.
Is total is odd function.
Yeah, total. The integrand is totally odd function with respect to omega.
Sir.
So therefore, one integral become minus infinity to infinity d omega becomes 0, right? The total is 0. This value is 0, right? You can write it. Since sin omega is, you can write it. Since is an odd function with respect to omega. Okay. So now add these 2 and 3. So while adding this, fx is equal to 1 by 2 pi, 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity, integral minus infinity to infinity ft into cos omega into t minus x plus sin omega into t minus x. Where? Sorry. Here I would like to add in I also, not 1. Here putting I. Okay, it is not a problem now. The coefficient, whatever it may be, right? Remember. This is coefficient I times sin omega into t minus x dt d omega, right? Okay, students?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, this we can rewrite into the form 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity, integral minus infinity to infinity, ft into this is e power I omega
root of
into
omega t
minus
minus x
dt d omega, right? Fx is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity ft into e power I omega into t minus x dt d omega. Okay, this is usually we use that the complex form, or we can also simplify it one more time as we write it as 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity into integral minus infinity to infinity ft into e power I omega t into dt into e power minus I omega x d omega, or we write it as 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity c omega into e power minus I omega x d omega. Fx is equal to, where c omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity ft into e power I omega t dt, I omega into dt, right? This is the complex form of the Fourier series. You maybe use either this or this. People usually uses this one. Why? Because they can easily to separate the coefficient. The coefficient will be integral minus infinity to infinity ft psi e power I omega t dt, e power I omega t dt, and this one the main complex form, which will be fx is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity c omega into e power minus I omega x d omega, right? This is the complex form which is called the complex form of Fourier integral. Okay, right? Any doubt, students? Dear students, this is complex form of the Fourier integral.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will do the problems in the tutorial class. We will do in the next class. No problem. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.